So I'm going to teach you how to say hello lovely people.
Okay.
That's how I start my videos.
Okay.
So you go hello.
Hello.
And then lovely.
Lovely.
People.
People. Did I do it?
Yes. Hello lovely people.
I messed up, it was too much pressure. Okay.
Hello lovely people.
I did it.
Hey! I am joined by the amazing Ash Hardell, who has been one of my faves for a while.
Oh, likewise.
So I'm fangirling a bit inside.
I'm fan-personing a lot. It's mutual.
Also, you have some of the best eyebrows I've ever seen.
I don't do anything to them.
And we're going to talk today about people not being too afraid to talk to us. People so afraid they say the wrong things about disabilities, deafness, and trans issues that they just don't say anything.
It's an issue.
And so we're going to try and help and be like, here's something you could say instead, maybe.
Yeah, and hopefully build your confidence a little bit and make it seem less scary to talk to us. Because I really like questions. Even if there's some faux pas in the questions, I like curiosity, I like questions, and I like those way more than like uncomfortable avoidance. That's what makes me uncomfortable. I'd rather have you ask your awkward question than just, I'm not silly. I can pick up on when you're like, ooh, you freak me out, I'm just gonna walk away. Also, I don't know everything about deafness and disability, so I might accidentally like make a mistake in this video.
And I know like everything I know about trans issues comes from your videos.
Yeah, and if you mess up,
Jace.
I'm gonna expose you and ruin your YouTube career, but I'm just kidding. No.
Thanks, Anne. Thanks.
We're gonna extend each other some compassion,
Yes.
and we've like set that as an expectation before entering this conversation.
Yeah, I would rather someone had really good intentions and wanted to say something nice to me, but accidentally used some bad words, than if they are using incredibly, wonderfully PC language and they're just being a bit of a dick.
Yes. Have you ever heard of like, there's political correctness and then there's emotional correctness?
Oh, no.
So emotional correctness is just like, is kind of what you're explaining. It's just like having good intentions and like tapping into the other person's humanity. So yeah, I also value emotional correctness over like some asshole being politically correct.
The thing that comes up for me a lot is it happens a lot with older people.
Okay.
The way that I dress is very old-fashioned.
Sure.
Which older people like a lot.
Okay.
So they love to come over and talk to me about it, and it's really heartbreaking when old men come over and they're like, you look just like my wife did.
Oh no!
I lost her. Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Generally, people come over and they'll say things along the lines of like, oh, you're too beautiful to be in a wheelchair. And you're like,
I'm having trouble even processing how those two things go together.
I know, yeah.
I'm actually at a loss for words for that.
Slightly similar to the like, you're too beautiful to be gay.
Right.
But that's kind of more of an insult. You're too beautiful to be disabled, they think is a compliment.
Yeah, it's not a compliment, though.
No.
If we strip out all the like awkwardness and just the parts that aren't great, what were they trying to communicate to you?
They're just trying to tell me that I'm pretty.
Okay.
In some way sympathise with the fact that I have a disability. So the intention is just, you look lovely. Having a disability must be hard though.
Right.
So I try to hear that.
What's the right thing they should have said?
Maybe just that I'm pretty.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you could stop it there. Like,
just a...
I like your dress.
Or, equally, it's a shame. Hear that one a lot.
Not a shame,
So
though.
like, oh, you're so beautiful. It's a shame about those crutches, though.
You could just leave that one on.
I mean, it's not a shame because they help me to get somewhere.
Right. Do you ever take those moments and like make them teachable moments? Do you ever? No.
Never. I know. Do you feel like I should?
I think that's totally up to you. Like, I don't want to like give anybody a responsibility. Like, you are responsible to teach these people who clearly don't know how to speak. That's like a thing that I am kind of trying to navigate right now. When someone says something to me that isn't great, I am trying to speak up more and kind of make it a teachable moment, because for a few reasons. One, I'm just getting tired of like letting it happen. Two, maybe they can learn something. Maybe they'll walk away from it better.
And then the next non-binary person that they meet, they'll not say that.
Right.
Non-binary. Existing or identifying outside the sex-gender binary, being neither a man nor a woman, or being only partially or a combination of these things.
I want to acknowledge that not everyone has the energy to like educate and teach. So if you don't want to, that's totally on you and you don't have to do it.
What are the comments that you get quite often?
So for like top surgery, I get like, why would you want to do that to yourself? What I think they're asking, if I'm being nice, is like, I've never met anyone like this before, and I don't quite understand it. Would you help me understand why you feel this way?
They're trying to be nice by going, but you're lovely just the way you are, dear.
Yeah, and then they don't realize that when they say that, it, pressures me into doing something I don't want to do, and they're kind of taking away agency of my body.
Agency is the capacity of individuals to act independently and to make their own free choices.
Just because it doesn't make sense for you for me to get top surgery doesn't mean I'm not allowed to do it. This is my body.
And they're potentially not connecting that this part of your body has to do with your mental health.
Yeah, they definitely view it as like cosmetic when it's not. So when I tell people who I am, or when they ask a question and then I kind of have to out myself as non-binary, I get a lot of, oh, I just don't get that. I just don't. It becomes apparent that too much for them, they're uncomfortable, and they kind of want to just like move on.
People are rude.
Yeah.
But then, do you also get people who have absolutely the best intentions, but are a bit like, she, her, they, he,
I'm cis-passing. So cis-passing means like, it just means like not visibly trans. So the only time that somebody like makes a mistake is when we're actually having like a conversation about being non-binary. Nobody just like comes up to me and says like, you look androgynous, what's that about? Or like anything like that.
Androgynous. Possessing qualities which are traditionally associated as both masculine and feminine, neither masculine nor feminine, and or in between masculine and feminine.
When I was got really ill, when I was 17, and a few weeks after I got diagnosed, I went to a fair and I went to go and use the toilet. I don't need to qualify that. I am allowed to use the disabled toilet.
Yeah.
And I came out and there was a lady standing there with children, and she went, ugh, not disabled or with children. And it just like cut me to my core.
Sure.
I think I just like cried and walked away. It sounds weird, but I kind of hope someone does that again to me one day.
Yeah. What would you say?
So I can be like, well, actually, I have an invisible disability. It's like there's this and this. Did you know there are a variety of people who have a variety of conditions that may need to use this toilet? It isn't always immediately obvious. You shouldn't be teaching your children to be so prejudiced.
Yeah, actually, though, that's what I was, like, saying when I was trying to talk about those teachable moments. They're scary, like, right? Because you're like, you feel horrible. That person just ripped you down. Now that I'm a little bit of a stronger person, and I've been dealing with, like, some transphobic things more and more, I feel like I have a thicker skin, and I'm trying to take those moments and be brave and be like, well, meow, 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 meow. That way they can learn and grow and be different. And I think that if anybody has the strength to do that, it's like, it makes a difference, and they should.
You obviously have that a lot on the internet as well.
Yeah.
So the other day, I made this video about LGBTQ plus sign language, British Sign Language, and then I made some GIFs from it, and then I put it on Twitter.
Right.
And oh my god, I had included gender non-binary, and just the hate that got. I got so upset that people think they can come in and take away someone's identity and try and invalidate a part of someone.
If you've never talked about non-binary things on your channel before, have you?
No.
Okay, well,
this video is gonna be fun.
It can be hit or miss when I collab with someone before who's never talked about these things on their channel. It's really hard to like know how your audience feels about it if you've never kind of like dipped your toes in the waters before. So you might get some hate in the comments. A lot of people might not think I'm real. Hey, how's it going? I am real. I know you don't think I'm real. I see you, but this makes me happy, and it's just my truth. So I don't know what to tell you. So hopefully your audience is open.
My people
Yeah.
are lovely people.
Uh-huh.
It's just the random others
On Twitter?
who
Okay.
I feel like search the internet for things that make them angry.
Okay.
I think there must be people who do that, right?
Yes, for sure. Oh yeah, there's whole channels devoted to making video responses, ripping apart people like me. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Angry, looking for things to be more angry about so they can make money off being angry.
Any of us have the right to go into someone else's space and make them unhappy, really. To take a part of someone and say, oh, I know you think you feel this way, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think you feel this way.
It's you.
I agree. I'm with you. Yeah, at this point, I've just decided kind of to live and let live. They're gonna keep existing, and so am I.
Well, you should, because you're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
We should move on to some actually good advice
Some,
for
like-
people who do want to say the right thing and they just get scared about it.
Yeah. I think it's a really neat show of vulnerability when you just admit that you don't know much. Make it clear how much you do know. So if somebody wanted to learn about non-binary identities, I would appreciate it if they came up to me and were like, hey, I don't really know much about this,
Yeah.
but I would like to ask if I would like consent to have a conversation about it.
Sure,
'Cause
sure.
I not always in the mood. It can be heavy. Just like kindly ask a question directly. What are your pronouns? Hi, I'm Ben, and my pronouns are he, him. What are your pronouns? You can like set it up with yourself first. That way it's not super othering. Just like, what are your pronouns? You're clearly different.
Othering is the exclusion of persons who do not fit the norm of a social group.
If you have a question, I can tell. Like, I can always tell. I can read it in your face. I can tell you want to ask something. I can tell you don't get something, and that makes me uncomfortable. So if you have a question, you should just ask it. I'm wondering about something. Would it be all right if I asked you a question, and then I'll tell you yes or no? What about you?
I would just want people to not be scared, but also to say more like, how can I help? How can I be useful? So in terms of like with lip reading, because I am deaf and I rely on lip reading.
Right.
Because most people around me don't sign, so I'm good at lip reading. So if you meet me and I'm like, oh, I'm deaf actually, just be like, oh, okay, is there anything I can do to help?
Oh.
Make this conversation a bit easier.
Awesome.
And I'd be like, yeah, could you actually just twist a bit so the light's right here and I can see you better? Or if I'm in my wheelchair, again, just, you know, and if we're like going somewhere and I'm in my wheelchair, people sometimes get awkward about doors.
Sure.
Oh no, I've come to the door. There's a disabled person next to me. I don't want to take away their agency
Again.
and open the door for them, but then I'm not opening the door for a disabled person.
See? It's this look. That's what I'm talking about. It's this look. We can tell. Like you're uncomfortable. You have a question. You don't know how to navigate whatever situation you're in.
Because I also have a lot of energy problems, I get really floppy.
Okay.
And we call it ragdoll, where I literally become a ragdoll. And I can't hold myself up anymore. And I think it probably looks like I'm drunk. We went out to dinner the other night with our little gang, and about, I don't know, how far through? 2/3 of the way through, I just lost it.
Sure.
I just couldn't.
You ragdolled it up.
I don't even remember what happened. I just remember being like, I'm really tired. And then I was like, I'm laying down. I don't know, I think I fell asleep. Or did I fall asleep? Yes, there are nods. So I fell asleep in a restaurant, which happens. And everyone else around me had like one drink, so they all seemed very sober. And I'm sure I looked kind of ridiculous. And I'm sure they probably gave me some weird looks.
Right.
It's probably better to just be like, is she okay?
Yeah.
Can I open this door
I think
for
I'd
you?
like dosed you up on Rohypnol or something.
You can't hear that. Claudia says she thinks people might occasionally assume she's drugged me. In which case, why are they not stepping in?
Yeah. No, yeah, so what's happening in that situation is they're like concerned. So rather than just like staring and judging. They should just express their concern, just like you said.
Yes.
Are you okay? Is everything okay? Yeah, it is?
Yeah.
Great.
So I think our takeaway here, the most important thing is just that it's okay to ask questions.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we feel scary and different.
Well, we have also, well, we haven't.
We're going to.
We're going to film a video for Ash's channel, which is going to be very different.
A makeover. I'm gonna be turned into a gender normative lady.
So make sure you watch that. The link will be down below in the description, as well as the link to all of Ash's social media, where you can go and follow them being adorable all the time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining me on my channel.
It was my pleasure.
Bye-bye, everyone. Mwah.